That's crazy. What's up, Jake? Thank you for the love. Hope you're having a good evening. Something new? I'm not sure. Not like a stream or something. There's been a few videos I do want to look. Do 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 do. You got the master stop grinding. Oh, nice. There is Grandmaster now, but it's pretty hard to get. Pretty hard to get to, I guess. Let me see. Anybody see good MVS videos lately? I have two. I'm gonna watch Bam's video. I'm gonna watch Waidu's video. Let me see. Bam's video is 21 minutes. Waidu's video is an hour and a half, bro. That shit's a movie. Like my shirt? Thank you. It's a peach you want a Stantler. Kind of look like Pichu. Cass's influence. Feels so weird. Do you mean in general? Or reacting to Bam and Waidu's video? I got 2.5 hours until I gotta leave, and combined they are about 2.5 hours. How am I today? I'm good. I just had one of those sleeps where you just drool the whole time. It was good. Except I had a dream I was at Chipotle and I asked the guy. There was like sausages and sausages, right? But in two different areas. And he was like, all right, what meat do you want? I'm like, I want that. And he's like, nah, you can't have that. I keep telling you that. But you want steak? I was like, okay, sure. And then he grabbed the other sausages. And I was like, what? Very, very confused. Like Bam's bit? Yeah. I'm down to watch both. Too lazy? Me too. I feel like there's gonna be a point where it's either looping or I'm gonna start disagreeing with it. But I'll hear it out. Won't be too bad. What are my opinions on Arya? I think she's still pretty good. What is YD talking about? I don't know. There's no chapters in the video either, so can't really say. What video is it? LeBron James Smash Bros is a very fun, very evil disaster. You've seen it? I've heard decent things. Why Arya's jab is on 9 frames? Is that like too fast or too slow? All-time favorite game? I like Final Fantasy 8. I like Final Fantasy 8. No. Yeah. Our job is good. It's good. I'm gone? Bro, I gotta work. I need to make content. You know what I'm saying? What are these? But look at what I posted in the, what's it called, in the Discord. Tonight, maybe. I still gotta go out. So some points. I don't know. I always think the way people talk about monetization for MVS is just a little weird. But I think the bigger problem for me is that the monetization exists in a world where fighter currency is like dry. I think that is my problem. And I think they've done a bit better with it, but it is damn hard to unlock characters. Arya's jab is unfair when every single jab in the game is on 12 frame. Please what? For currency, it should. I'm telling you, we don't need this much perk currency. Saying numbers, I swear to God, Shaggy jab is like definitely not 12 frame. Tom jab's pretty slow. Joker jab's a little slow. Okay, let's watch the ban video first. And then you know, let me watch this through my let me watch this with my headset on. Perk currency for a beginner is hard to earn. But the thing is, you don't need that much perk currency, I think. Like, I would say on average, if you want to buy perks for a character, it's going to take like 5 to 6K. And I feel like you get a lot more, like you get more perk currency than you can get characters. Like if a character is 3K fighter currency, and for every 3K fighter currency, you got 6K perk currency. I think that would make sense, but I don't know if that's what the ratio is like right now. I don't think you get 3K fighter currency for every 6K perk currency that's like earnable. And it's not like you need like a lot more than one perk page, in my opinion. That's ultimately like where my head is. Like, can I play a character and get a perk page that I want with them? And how expensive is that? You know? Okay. Let me set up a watch party overlay. My poor shirt. Hope you guys are having a good day, by the way. Your boy needs a cut hair, man. I need a cut hair. Webcam. Where is my camera? There it is. Transform. Copy. Transform. Paste. There it is. What about a shave? No, I'm not doing that. How's Deadlock Grind? It's going good. Deadlock Grind has actually been hella worth. You know, my honest opinion, what are my thoughts on the current Tom and Jerry state? A lot of people are complaining about them, and maybe I'm biased since I mean the duo. Complaining about them in like what? In a way that they're like too good? Or too bad? What are they complaining about? I think Tom and Jerry are pretty good and pretty annoying. I think they're... I mean, I think they're easy to find ways to kill them, but they're definitely very annoying. I know without the... what's it called? With the new teching, loops are kind of gone, but I think they're fine without it. Jerry Shot is still Jerry Shot. Still has a really good jump. Tom is one of the few characters that can fight from the air. I don't know. They just seem like a pretty good character. Seems like they can do what it takes. All right. One last thing. Did this? What did? Nice. I can look elsewhere though. I don't know what's taking up so much space on my computer. It can't be a lot of things. Should be fine. Don't want to drop because of nerfs? Then don't drop them. Simple. Alright, let's watch this BAM video. So first up, this is a real talk. How to improve multiverses. Oh, this is how to improve multiverses. This is not how to improve at multiverses. Okay, let's watch this. This is a 20 or so minute video. I've been waiting to watch it on stream with y'all. So yeah, let's get into it. After I ping the Discord, because I'm such a responsible streamer. Can we get some round of applause? Oh my god. He's so good. He's so good. Did I read it wrong? No, I read it correctly. Look at our goat. Oh, Jesus. Did I got some contact in PFG? No. No, I don't. All right. I don't know anybody at PFG ever. Okay. There's a small chance I have this muted. Damn, this opening is kind of fire. Hold up. Run that back.
Multiverses began as a bold entry into the platform fighting genre, aiming to bring together characters from various Warner Bros. Franchises in a dynamic and accessible fighting experience. At its inception, the game promised fast-paced combat, unique character interactions, and a robust online experience. As it stands today, Multiverses has garnered a dedicated player base and has proven itself to be a contender in the genre. However, to ascend to the heights of the greatest platform fighter of all time, there are key areas in which it needs to evolve. Hi, my name is Bam, and welcome to Multiverses University. Today, we're going to be talking about how to make Multiverses the best platform fighter of all time.
The boat.
Now, we're going to go through a host of things, but we really need to begin at the beginning. Let's talk about Multiverses DNA.
DNA? Oh my god.
At its core, Multiverses has several elements that resonate with players and set it apart from other platform fighters. While much of this was lost in the transition between beta and the release version, the movement system in Multiverses was allotted for its fluidity and freedom, allowing players to express their playstyles in various ways. The ability to dodge, jump, and maneuver with precision made the game feel really responsive, and it made it exciting. People loved to move in the beta version of Multiverses.
The beta was genuinely really fast for no reason.
Each character
was ridiculous.
in Multiverses comes with a unique toolkit that reflects their personality and source material. While the game has less moves than a typical platform fighter, Multiverses usually makes up for it by having very unique specials and has different variants of their specials depending if it's grounded or aerial, versus just making simply an aerial version.
Yo, is Beetlejuice better now? I forgot to have a patch note.
The perk system adds an additional layer of strategy, enabling players to customize their characters' playstyles even further. This feature, while innovative, has potential for deeper refinement to balance gameplay and really enhance a lot of the strategic diversity.
Okay, current struggles.
While Multiverses has a solid foundation,
run that back. Run that back. Yo, everybody, I need everybody. Everybody, we gotta join Bam. We gotta join Bam. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's do this.
While Multiverses has a solid foundation,
look at that start.
It faces significant challenges that prevent it from reaching its full potential. Currently, the game heavily rewards passive defensive strategies, where players focus on non-interactions to avoid risk. But what is passive?
I think that was the funniest clip
defense?
To show. I'm not gonna lie.
Passive defense is non-interactive, as said before.
This Black Adam is dash
a very
attacking.
strong tactic in the end game of platform fighters. For example, if my opponent's attack is very strong, then it makes sense for me to simply avoid the attack if possible. This becomes even stronger if the ending result of an opponent's attack is them locked into a cooldown, which is long enough for me to actually whiff punish. This becomes an even larger issue once you realize that besides the priority system versus jabs, which is a recent development, you will just lose the big sweeping hitboxes in Multiverses. Even if you have those hitboxes, so many moves has a ton of cooldown. So even if you have good hitboxes, sooner or later, it's probably optimal to simply wait and whiff punish or not interact with your opponent, which is far more in your favor. This dynamic diminishes the excitement of the game and can lead into drawn out, less engaging matches. There needs to be a clear distinction between passive and active defense, with proper risk reward mechanics that encourage more interactions.
I can kind of agree with that, where it's like if somebody's playing defense, I guess, with buttons versus playing defense with like sheer movement. Oh, well, I mean, maybe maybe this next section will answer my questions. But yeah, it's just there is a lot of power that comes from having a dodge and then doing something out of it. So I feel like just being passive can be really good. It's a lot harder to break somebody's defense because of those things. It boils down to if you see them do something, then you might have windows. But I think that's okay. Like, I've seen some situations in, let's say, like Tekken, where people are literally just next to each other, not really pressing. Like, being able to pressure with movement, I think, is a big deal in every platform fighter, in my opinion. So, I'm actually very curious on what this next section talks about.
The beta system has some issues, but they were overshadowed by the game's early success. In its current state, movement feels far more restrictive, with fewer options for approaching and feints. The problems such as sluggish dashes, limited approach options, and a lack of effective feints reduce the fluidity of gameplay. Movement continues to be an odd pain point, but also one of the greatest assets of multiverses. Now, while the combo
I think this
system
one
has
sucks.
potential-
I'll be honest. I think the combo system in MVS, at least the things that people end up gravitating to, the simple stuff is too good. The simple stuff is too good. I don't know what Bam's going to talk about here, but the simple stuff is too good. There is very clearly a lot of really cool parts of the combo system, even with the new tech being in the game and ways to push advantage state that I've been figuring out. It scared the hell out of me. What's up, Samba? But ultimately, I do think nobody's going to do that when jab into X is really good. You know? And I feel like they did go in the right direction of making jabs a lot worse in neutral. I think they've been going into a lot of good directions. But ultimately, it is a lot more grounded. You're not really encouraging people to jump, unless you're like very select few. And yeah, I mean, I think the combo system outside of like certain characters can be a little more bare bones. Less starters, it's true, but like you gotta imagine, at least the way I see it, a big starter that used to exist in the beta for almost everybody was downers, and I kind of feel like downers are just really bad now. Like, you're not really encouraging people to jump. This is a big reason why Harley was such a problem on release. She had an aerial that was a starter. And it comboed into, like, everything. But there's just not a lot of aerial starters in this game. Because most of them were down airs. But it's not often that you see a character do a Sair and get a starter off of it. Like, maybe, like, Morty, sometimes Bugs, Harley. There's not a lot of characters, I think, who get starters off of aerials. That aren't like a down air. And even then, getting down airs, I think, is still really difficult.
The current low number of attacks and limited variations in combo routes stifle player creativity. There's a lot of clear optimal routes that reduces the need for more tactical decision making. Most enders should set up off stage or juggling, as there's less micro interactions that are worth going for. Lack of combo diversity makes the gameplay feel repetitive, and it limits the skill expression that is crucial for platform fighters' longevity.
Why are you showing some crazy combos though?
Alright, now let's talk about possible solutions. Some of these have already existed in other platform fighters, or concepts that were in the beta version of the game or release that simply just need refinement.
Active defense,
As we talked about when describing active defense is key to engaging offense. Why?
I had a dream I was playing
active
Sonic.
defensive tools allow
Sonic
you
was
to
sick.
improve overall offense in a reasonable manner. For example, with a shield, burst options and approaches can be made better because there's more counterplay involved now besides simply not interacting with these offensive tactics. Now that you have a defensive tactic that can combat strong offensive options, you can create strong offensive options. This is how you bring back Rock into the RPS of multiverses.
Oh, look, it's
instead
me.
of just having scissors and paper. Now, let's go over the
Let's go
active
Void.
defensive mechanics that would be great options in multiverses. The introduction of a shield mechanic. To provide players with more defensive options that require skill and timing, rather than purely avoiding interactions. However, it would require less skill and less timing than a parry, creating a more balanced tool that will allow players to challenge large hitboxes they may not otherwise be able to interact with. Blocking is something that isn't exclusive to major platform fighters either. It's a cornerstone of the fighting game genre. While there are some possible solutions for a new active defensive mechanic, this one is tried and true. We as people shouldn't look to create the wheel unless we have a solid blueprint for a new wheel. So this one, I think, is a great tool to utilize if they cannot discover something new. Now, let's go on to a more unique defensive option.
I like the fact that he said if, because it's not that shield is like, I don't think he's saying we need shield. Shield is it. But like we need something. I think Bam is talking about that. We need something to be able to defend a little more actively. I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to play or watch Combo Devils. I think Combo Devils shield is really cool. Where I think the idea is you have to shield in the direction that you're getting hit. And I think that's really awesome. I think that's pretty sick. Where it's not just like a bubble, you know? Yeah, you have to like block with intent. It's not like you're just blocking and covering everything. I think something like that could be cool. There's mix. Yeah. Like if you want to block and somebody's like on the right side of you, you hold right and your shield, and you can like rotate it. If somebody's trying to hit like the upper part of you, if somebody tries to like go in front of you, but then they air dash over and do a move on the other side, you know, there's like a lot of ideas that can come from something like a directional shield. Personally, when it comes to multiverses, I don't think a shield is needed. I think dodge is already really strong. I just think that like the hardest part about dodge, in my opinion, is that when you dodge something and you try to dodge attack, the attack becomes like reactive on you. Like if it says dodge and then you get hit because you press something, like if you press something, you will get hit by the attack if it's still active. If you could dodge something and then like immediately go into a dodge attack and not have to worry about that, I think that could be good. But yeah, dodge attacking used to be like really silly. But even now, I think like just doing a full dodge into something is perfectly fine. I just think that to the average player, it's really difficult to execute. Like full dodging is already like weird. It's a little unintuitive. Like I already dodged it, let me fight back. Because sometimes you go into a full dodge and you can't fight back. So maybe you mess with full dodges and lag and cut it shorter, so that way when you do dodge an attack successfully and they are in whiff lag, you can get a punish. Because not every character has like a fast attack out of a full dodge. Full dodges take a long time to finish. So instead of making attacks laggier, personally, I would go the direction of making full dodge faster. However, full dodge is already crazy with some of these dodge distances. So yeah, it's like there's so many ideas to toss up into the air. I think that's the reason why Bam said if they don't find another alternative. Because even me, I'm just throwing things out there and hoping maybe one sticks, maybe one is correct.
Having a new parry mechanic would also be an exciting option. There are a couple ways this can be done. Having a grounded parry that doesn't stun opponents, but is invulnerable to attacks, with a greater active window than normal parry. This would allow a stationary defensive mechanic that's less of a read and more of a solid defensive tactic. It can stop
like a power
an enemy's
shield
approach, open up counterattacks on very laggy moves, but more often than not, it result in a minor frame advantage or return to neutral. Of course, the opponent would be able to utilize armor breaking tools against this, so it would allow it to have an effective counterplay strategy in tandem with it only being active for a certain amount of time. This would be effectively the equivalent of a temporary block in other fighting games, and would be done with the current system and animations in play now, which means this would be something on the dev cycle far easier to implement than anything else. A secondary option for parry would be a push block type of parry that also has a slightly larger window than a current parry, but costs more meter. It would focus on returning to neutral, positioning, and of course openings on multiple swings, like a Harley Sayer for example, or opponent continuing a jab combo and essentially whiffing it because nobody's home.
Push block, I'm good on that in this game.
Lastly, one option that would be phenomenal that I'm particularly excited about is a universal charge attack that can be dodge cancelable. Now, this would be a great defensive mechanic that actually borrows from some tools that existed in the beta. Back in the beta, characters could cancel their charge attack, and some of them had armor. It was a really cool tool to use. It was awesome for feints. It's also a strong defensive tool. However, it was a little bit too strong because there was very, very low risk. Mainly because of the
AKA no risk
dodge out of the armored move still having iframes. Now, there's an easy way to balance this, and that would just be to have a charge attack, but the dodge cancel from the charge attack would have absolutely no invincibility frames. This would allow the escape to be punished. Also, when someone has an armored dodge cancel move, you can have it where the attack itself could cost 2 bars and the dodge cancel being 1 bar, effectively making this a 3-bar cancel if you go for this. Finally, having a threshold in which you can only charge to a certain extent before you can no longer dodge cancel out of the charge attack will make it effectively easier for an opponent who reads this option to punish it if the opponent guessed incorrectly. And even some unique characteristics. For example, you can do it by class, where assassins would perform a dodge-like attack instead of using armor, and their attacks could keep the opponent close range. Tanks could use an armor move, which has a wider cancel window, which would just make them stronger as tanks and knock people back. Then mages themselves can have a move that's not necessarily strong, but most importantly, will knock characters back to mid-range, and so it could be utilized to reset positioning and once again be able to zone out their opponent. All these tools could be solid tools to use, and most importantly, they allow offensive tools to be made stronger and faster without hurting the overall game. This means faster attacks, and attack with low end lag would be easier to add in the game without fear of them being overpowered due to lack of defensive tools. Now, let's take a look at one of my favorite things, movement.
I think this is ultimately what it boils down to. I do think dodge is still like a good defensive tool, but again, I think it's just hard to use for, I don't know, let's say like the average player, but let's not like, let's put this in my own lens. I think dodging certain attacks and being made to have to execute it can be a lot harder than executing some of the offense or some of the like punish windows. So I would be a fan of having some type of active defense or a active defense tool being added, just so that way offense can get stronger. Because if you have a strong offense, you need a strong defense, right? Strong offense would probably be like a little more movement, a little more, I guess, fluidity in terms of certain characters' kits. But yeah, I don't know if I super duper agree with a shield specifically, but yeah, even though dodge is really strong, I feel like there's no way to, unless you're playing Joker, there's not too many like great ways to beat somebody by having better defense in this game. not necessarily that it's not possible, because it definitely is, but it's hard to play defense without. It's not as linear as other platform fighters. I think that's a good way to put it. Do I think Shark King's a problem? I don't think it's a problem. I think this game just has a disadvantage state in comparison to I don't know, some other platform fighters that I've played. So I wouldn't say that's a problem. I think it's just a part of the game. Like, hey man, you're above somebody, good luck. It is really hard to land, and even more so because, like, if you do an aerial, you're floating on the ground for a bit and your move might have like a fair amount of end lag. But I think there's enough tools to try to get out of a situation, either vertically or maybe just going all the way around to the wall. Feels bad as Gizmo. Yeah, as Gizmo I can imagine, because you just explode, right? You explode and you don't have a downwards hitting hitbox. But I think that's just a part of the game. I wouldn't call it a problem.
Movement is vital when it comes to platform fighter, and Multiverses has some great tools and some that can be improved to take it to the next step. We already saw some good things in Season 2 mid-season patch, but let's take a look at some of the other tools I think would be perfect to see in this game. Starting off with standard ground movement, speeding up the current walk-run speed would be phenomenal and a great addition to the game. Ground movement is already precise in Multiverses, but the speed and acceleration isn't enough for mid-range movement. A small boost can make ground movement solid and introduce good meterless ground movement. Let's talk about wave dashing, specifically modern wave dashing. As stated in a previous video, modern wave dashing is honestly pretty accessible, far more accessible than the melee counterpart. And the input for modern wave dashing is pretty much the exact same input as boost jumping, except for reversing the dodge and jump. So
do you guys think this game could use wave dashing?
To jump, you jump into dodge. This is something that has existed for quite some time now. And with how dodge lands work, this essentially would be an instant dodge land, or IDL. It would have no invulnerability.
I think it can work, but there is a specific thing in Multiverses. I can boot up right now and show you, but it might take a bit, so I'm just going to explain it. My current problem with movement is such a subtle thing. It's such a subtle thing. And I talked briefly earlier how there's not really that many aerial starters, right? But there's more. There's more, okay? The minimum jump distance in this game is so high that if you want to jump and like try to do something, it's really hard. It's really hard. Like, even if we wanted to try to introduce like wave dashing, I think with the way jumps are currently like coded, it wouldn't work. Because when you jump and you try to dodge like immediately, you go so high off the ground that you can't even like do it. Like if we watch Bam here, right? This is gonna be the greatest example. Watch. Look how high he has to go. This is like jump, dodge down into a dodge land, right? But realistically, if he wants to do a dodge immediately out of jump, it's gonna be all the way up here. It's gonna be all the way up here. You can't even wave dash with this, you know? And a big thing about wave dashing, even like modernly, is sometimes instead of holding diagonally, you hold left and right. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't do left and right when you're already this high off of the ground, right? So maybe you'll do like the diagonal variant, but you end up being so high that it's like it's not that like useful. One thing I was thinking about, because this is usually where my head goes when talking about Multiverses stuff, is make it a perk, right? I think the perk system has so much like coded into it that maybe you can have like a shield perk. Maybe you can shield once every 10 or 15 seconds. Maybe you make your jump height lower. Maybe you enable wave dashing. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you could do with the perks, and it would also give a lot more value to the perks and have a lot more identity in the type of playstyle you want when you play multiverses. You know, maybe there's a perk where you don't have that weird thing where you float above the ground before you land with an aerial, right? I think there's a lot of stuff you can do with perks. But going back to this, the minimum jump height in MVS is like so high that I feel like it's hard to do these things. It's hard to do these things. Means modern. No, but even with modern, it's like you can still do the left and right while jumping, but there's still like the part of jumping a bit and then doing it, because not every wave dash is going to be like full left, full right, full movement left and right, because you need to have both, right?
It would have no invulnerability, and it'd be an excellent movement tool. It was extremely fun to use in the beta, and it's extremely fun.
All right, that ain't wave dashing, bro. This is Mugen platform fighter wave dashing. I don't like this example. My eyes hurt.
Fun to use in traditional fighters,
all
like
right,
tag fighters and versus games, and as well as platform fighters. I think this is an extremely easy answer to building movement back into multiverses, and with the current meter system as it is, the movement would be extremely balanced. And again, I think the biggest thing is if there is a fear of this being hard for casuals, this input in modern wave dashing, this input is again the same thing as boost jumping, so I don't think that is a real justification as to not have that in the game. Now, next up is character specific movement. I think character specific movement is something that is absolutely phenomenal and so underrated in a lot of fighting games. Character specific movement really adds a lot of depth, and it gives characters a lot of great personality. While there were some in the beta version of the game, most of them have been removed or have become stalls versus strong neutral tools, you know, just fun neutral tools that you can enjoy. Seeing things like Sarah 2 from Batman in the beta, which is a really, really cool move to like mix people up and could be done on whiff, or Batman's glide in the beta, which can be fast followed, would move quickly, and so would actually be a supplemental movement tool to his standard fast fall options. That would be amazing to see, and I think this is where multiverses can really push the mold and also take a little inspiration from the beta and Rivals 2. Rivals 2 being one of the greatest games when it comes to character specific movement.
There's actually a lot of good character specific movement in Rivals 2.
Lastly is chain dodges. Now, chain dodges is a recent thought that I had a while back to improve the game. While dodges currently cannot be chained together due to their strength, creating a custom dodge with no invulnerability would be great to see. Having it only accessible through doing a dodge initially and then making those subsequent dodges cost half a bar can allow some fun.
This is an interesting idea.
Also, canceling out these dodges could still cost what they normally would, and it would allow for some fun movement that still would be detrimental if overused. And I think that would be fun, engaging, and open up.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this minimum jump height. This is exactly what I was talking about.
And I think that would be.
He starts the the dodge downwards up here. I forget who I was talking about. Maybe it was Samurai Jack. I was like, if I want to zone somebody out with Sair, I literally can't, because my short hop height goes so high that it'll go over them. But this isn't actually what I was talking about. I was talking about Samurai Jack's aerial down B in rage mode, or like in focus mode. You know how he does the wacha, right? And then if you hit the ground, the beam comes out. You cannot do that by jumping and down being immediately. You can't do it at all. You have to like jump and then like fast fall a bit and then down B. So it's like it makes it such a weird move because you can only actually do it on landing. You cannot like try to be like, oh, I'm in neutral and then bam, big projectile move that costs all my meter. Like you can't do that because the minimum jump height is just like so high. Because the threshold, yeah, like I can't like rise and like try to do something immediately. Like it's either, I don't know if it's exactly like the height itself or if you get locked out. Yeah, you get locked out of attacks before you can actually like do them. And I feel like things would be like a lot more interesting, at least in my opinion, if that wasn't the case. If I could actually threaten somebody on the ground with my aerials without having to go so high. Like it's really difficult because if somebody on the ground sees you jump, they can just press dodge, and it's like, well, that sucks. Like I couldn't even have an opportunity to like maybe try to threaten them or like jump fast fall. Like there's a lot that kind of goes into it, in my opinion. That the current jump height to me feels really problematic. It's a big reason why I think characters don't jump, and another reason why a character like Tom and Jerry, like their down air feels really good because they can actually jump. They have jump down air, they have jump Jerry shot, they have things that threaten diagonally downwards, so the jump height doesn't matter that much. But when you have characters that have like, I don't know, decent stairs, like you don't really see people like Smith, for example. Smith's Sair is such an amazing move, and you don't see it in neutral. A part of it is like, you know, maybe the little floaty thing on the ground, but ultimately I just can't hit people on the ground with my Sair. I jump and I'm like, I'm combing their hair or something, you know. Like it's really difficult to threaten with horizontal aerials because of that. Got ID, yeah, but then it's like you're burning meter. And it's not like you're threatening with the pressure or the idea of it, because a good part of platform fighters is, hey, look, I'm in a position to do this, but of course I'm in a position to do everything else, but I got into the spot where I can threaten you with Sair. What are you gonna do, right? Early jump, yeah. I think it's just a big reason why playing grounded is better. Playing grounded gets you into a spot where like you can pop somebody up, and then like you pop them up and you're like, okay, like things are good. But yeah, it is very weird to threaten with aerials in this game. And personally, I think it boils down to when you can pressure people out of a jump.
Fun, engaging, and open up the game for more variance and honestly more fun gameplay. All right, let's talk about approach options. Approach options in multiverses are really telegraphed because there's a low pool for a lot of characters in terms of approach options. There's also very little options to mix up timings and virtually no feints. However,
I'm
this
telling
can be
you,
altered with simple changes.
Minimum jump height.
Starting off with faster moves and having more attack cancels, you could give players more opportunities to create opportunities for baiting, punishing opponents, and build more active engagement. Also, introducing new attacks or class-specific moves to diversify gameplay and add layers to strategy. This would solve the low move count issue and create another opportunity to make a more useful move for characters. These kinds of approaches were often seen as too toxic or strong due to weak active defense options.
Okay, wait, I haven't been listening. This rivals match is too interesting.
Or class-specific moves to diversify gameplay and add layers to strategy. This would solve the low move count issue and create another opportunity to make a more useful move for characters. These kinds of approaches were often seen as too toxic or strong due to weak active defense options. Now, when you have an active defense option up close, like a shield, like the push block parry, or the charge attack dodge cancels we were talking about earlier, now all of a sudden you can create strong offensive tools that could stand up to the strength of true defensive options. Now, let's speak about the overall fluidity of multiverses. Multiverses sometimes lack smoothness in its gameplay, with moments of clunkiness that can disrupt the overall experience. Enhancing the game's fluidity would be greatly beneficial for both casual players and competitive enthusiasts. So let's explore some strategies to achieve this. Let's start with improving fast fall mechanics and reducing the attack floatiness to make aerial combat more responsive and more ground mix-ups. When it comes to fast falling, having a quicker fast fall now allows you to utilize short hop aerials, empty short hops, and mixing grounded options to have stronger offensive pressure. Going into attack floatiness,
I do agree.
Moves currently will always finish and then go into their end lag before landing, making it so that end lag is less when a character finishes an aerial
Fire.
but has made contact with the ground would make the game
Cinema.
feel so much smoother and less jarring when characters are just floating in end lag right above the floor. This would give more benefit to players for doing aerials low to the ground, and for most people it's intuitive and just makes sense. This would also result in not only having more options but also more combos, and it's something that would be increasing the fluidity of the game while still retaining the ease for casuals who may have problems doing aerial input and landing before the hitbox is active. Lastly, platform play.
Let me hear that one more
Fun
time.
platforms, but also more combos. And it's something that would be increasing the fluidity of the game while still retaining the ease for casuals who may have problems doing aerial input and landing before the hitbox is active. Options allows platforms to be a tool for platform play. Creating fun platform options allows platforms to be a tool for approaches and defense versus just being a complete hindrance to the game. A lot of times, whether it's offense or defense, platforms just simply don't feel that fun to utilize in multiverse.
I completely agree.
Most people would elect to have no platforms at all. Would love to see this changed, and even multiverses to put their unique spin on how to utilize platforms. And lastly, visual acuity matters.
Yeah, in this game, there is a few like specific platform tech that personally I love using. I love using it. I think it makes Advantage State in this game feel really fun. And it boils down to it boils down to things that I guess make the game feel a little less fluid. Where it's like if you push somebody up, you can end up doing like a lot of potential re-jump combos. You can do aerials where you're sliding off of the platform. And then you get all of your resources back while continuing Advantage State. There's a lot of ways to use platforms that I do think are really good in this game. However, I think it is unique and specific to this game, to the point where, like, you know, if you use platforms in traditional platform fighters, you're not going to know how to use them in this game. And that feels like a little weird. It feels a little weird at first. Especially like if I'm assuming a lot of us have played other platform fighters before, and it's like, hey man, I can't really use this platform. I can't really land on this platform. It's a little stranger than other platform fighters. And I think a big part of that does come from the aerials keeping you above the ground, making it so that way you can't really like fast fall onto it. I also just think it can be a little hard to land on platforms. Maybe that's a bit of like jump height or like wave landing. I think there's a lot that can go to it. Yeah, and then even more so now, one problem I have is with the auto techs. If you end up hitting somebody onto the ground and then you hit them towards a platform, if they bounce off of the platform, sometimes the platform combo breaks you. I think that feels really bad. But that's just a personal gripe when it comes to platforms on the current patch. But ultimately, when I do think about like platform play in almost every other platform fighter, it's definitely a lot more. There's a lot more depth that goes into it in comparison to Multiverse's current state of platforms.
Having hitboxes and hurtboxes that really match up, there's always going to be certain disjoints in games, but as it currently stands from casual level to top level, there's a ton of complaints about these hitboxes, and I hope we do get those addressed once again.
Yeah. I feel like it's always been a weird thing.
To stand out.
Hitboxes and hurtboxes in this game. Dude, look! I did the Samurai Jack down B thing. Life is a spiral.
For multiverses to stand.
Yeah, so the only way for me to like really get it when it comes to Nooch is you do up special on the ground.
Stand out.
That way you can end up low enough.
The greatest of platform fighters, it must achieve a delicate balance between accessibility for casual players and depth for competitive enthusiasts. By refining its gameplay to be intuitive and engaging, the game can offer immediate fun and gratification for newcomers, while providing advanced techniques, strategic complexity, and diverse character designs that reward mastery for seasoned players. Ensuring that both casual and competitive audience find value in the game is key to expanding its reach and building a vibrant community. If there's a concern that players might not understand the mechanics, the solution is to make them simple and provide proper tutorials. No need to hollow out a game for simplicity's sake. Even casual players appreciate the existence of fun, intuitive tools.
So this is one thing that I think is really important that I've been thinking about a lot in the last month. All right, so hear me out. In the last month, I started playing 2 different games that, in my opinion, are incredibly difficult. All right, one of those games is 2XKO, and the other game is Deadlock. And I'll full screen for this. So those games, you know, they're hard, man. Like, they are very, very hard. 2XKO is so cheap. You have so much, like, mix-ups that you're gonna get hit by. You have so much, like, unfair situations that's not going to feel fun even when you're good at the game. And it can just be so hard to play. And then, of course, like Deadlock, you know, it's a new MOBA, but you also need to know how to shoot. So already the barrier of entry is just ridiculously high. But when it comes to, I guess, those types of games, and I've talked to a lot of my friends who aren't as, like, super duper hardcore big grind gamers, and, you know, it's about, like, having those little things that you do end up getting better at. Like, oh my god, in 2XKO I finally used an assist in my combo. Yo, I finally did one, like, high-low mix with the tag. I finally did, like, a sandwich thing, you know, like a sandwich situation. Like, those things feel really good and really fulfilling for players. And then in Deadlock, of course, like, you know, oh man, I finally CS. I can finally shoot the souls and not get it denied. Oh, dude, I got an item build that makes sense to me, because the items in that game is a library. You literally have to go to the library, check out like 5 books just to understand how to make your character stronger. Like, both of those games are very, very difficult for very different reasons. And honestly, it feels like the depth isn't so difficult that it feels unrewarding to get to. You know, I think that is kind of the big point. And I think the depth in MVS, like, the barrier of entry is pretty low, which is good. You know, there have been some platform fighters out there that have a very, very high barrier of entry. But the depth that it ends up getting to, I would say, doesn't feel like super duper fulfilling all the time. I always say I think MVS is a game that's really easy to get mad at. And I think maybe that can be a part of it. Like, when I play a game, if I get blasted by something, I could be a little frustrated. You know, I could be like, damn, that was kind of messed up. And to a degree, I don't feel the reward of, but I'm doing messed up things too. So it's like the two demons inside of you. I feel like some of the messed up stuff in this game doesn't feel as fulfilling. Maybe this is me just speaking from my point of view. But I think executing the, like, really hard to execute things in this game doesn't feel as fulfilling as how much getting hit by those things feels, you know? And I think coming from playing 2xKO and Deadlock for like the last month or so, I could definitely say, even if it is difficult to do or difficult to like learn how to fight / play against, there's definitely an area of fulfillingness that comes with that territory, you know? So even like the hard to play platform fighters, except Nasby 1 on release, that was a little much. And I think beta multiverses did this really well. I'll always say that game was pretty messed up, but I think it felt fulfilling to be the guy doing the messed up things when it was the beta. Hopefully I didn't derail a little much.
That they can learn and later on master. To accomplish this, Multiversus needs to continuously evolve its mechanics and prioritize active community engagement, ensuring that players of all skill levels feel included and challenged. This means offering a variety of game modes, designing characters for both accessibility and depth in mind, and having variations in where people land. Also, implementing mechanics that are easy to grasp, but are very rich in strategic possibilities. A robust tutorial system is crucial for helping players understand the mechanics without compromising the game's complexity. By creating an environment where casual fun and competitive depth can coexist harmoniously, Multiversus can broaden its appeal and solidify its place as a defining title in the platform fighting genre. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something that I've been wanting to make for quite some time, and I hope that it's something that's not only fun to the community, but hopefully the devs find some kind of insight from an OG just rambling who loves fighting games, who loves platform fighters, and who really loves Multiversus. This is Bam. I'll see y'all next time. Class dismissed.
Let's see the outro. Maybe he has a banger outro. Okay. It's MV University. Okay, not that it's not rewarding. It's that, like, a lot of things are... I guess maybe that would work. But yeah, a lot of things are simplified such that sometimes it can feel less rewarding. Like, when I hit my jab combo for, like, the 5th time in the same game, it's like, I guess, like, the cool stuff can get like washed out a bit, but I also don't just play a lot of the tippity top tiers. So I think the better characters definitely have a lot more tools in their kits. Ultimately, I like this. I liked a lot of the ideas that Bam kind of went over about how to improve the game. While not necessarily agreeing with it, I can see his point of view. And I've even talked to him about it before. Like, me and Bam have a few talks about the game in general. So it's cool to have it in like a video format. Ultimately, yeah, if I had like any final thoughts when it comes to improving Multiversus, I think there's so many ways that they can go that you kind of get stuck in choice paralysis. Personally, I think messing with the perk system would just be really cool. I think messing with the perk system would be really cool. You miss a attack decay? What if there was a perk that made your opponent have attack decay? I don't know, man. What if there was a perk that like gave you old dodge attacks? What if there's a perk that lets you wave dash? I think messing with the perk system is like one of the easier ways to try to actually like implement changes. But that's just where my head is. I love the idea of the perk system. I think the perk system is where a lot of Multiversus soul comes from, in my opinion. There's no other platform fighter I'm playing that has a perk system besides Flash Party. And I think Flash Party had a lot more of like a perk system. Auto tech, yeah, auto tech could be a perk, you know? I think I just think there's a lot of direction to go there. Because then it's like, hey, what if it's literally like a what if machine. What if I had 3 jumps? You know? What if my opponent had a tag decay? What if everyone's playing the same ones? Right now, yeah. Last Stand is kind of OP. Just because weakness is kind of OP. Stop. Yeah, I think repeat lockout is a very bad nerf. Or just like a very bad thing for any move to have. Having control of your character, excuse me, and not being able to press a button. It just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. You never? Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. Ultimately, you guys know me. I like multiverses in its current state. That does not mean that I don't think that it can be better. Because I like everything. I think it's really easy for me to like stuff and find the good in it. But it's about trying to get that appeal to everybody. And I think MVS could benefit from having a lot more depth in terms of movement, in my opinion. I think you can add depth by making the game stronger rather than add depth by like I guess making the game weaker. just try to make it such that there are more options for people to experiment with. Not making it such that we're flying around like the beta, but make it to where there's things that like you can grind outside of playing against somebody, because I personally think that's one of the best parts of platform fighters. It is the fluidity. It is the idea of being able to be in a sandbox mode, and even if I can quote Smash Brothers Ultimate, just fight ghosts, you know? In multiverses, it doesn't feel like you can fight ghosts. You can't really like just fly around and do what you want. Not even like fly around, but just like move around and do what you want. And it's been getting a lot better. I'm a big fan of a lot of the changes. But yeah, that doesn't mean that there's not room to improve or room to like more so solidify the identity that the game wants. Let you grab? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Oh. Okay. Ever since the tech test, you never mess with almost every area having a negative impact for your momentum. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of that. It is something very strange to get used to. You don't need more Wonder Woman, Sarah? No, I think we do. I think we do. Okay, okay, 1 second. There's one more video I want to watch. This video is an hour and a half. It's long. So I don't know if I'm like that interested in watching all of it right now. But give me a sec to weigh the pros and the cons. Give Finn back his gem. You know what? Yes. And his down attack should like extend his sword just straight downwards. So if you're on the wall, it goes like whoosh, and you just spike everybody who's on the ledge. I think that sounds good. I think that sounds good. It's YDu's video, yeah. You really want to grasp it so you can defeat him? You want to defeat your kid? You're talking my kind of language. Right now, we're just watching in like this. It's a discussion stream. It's a discussion stream. Okay. Give me 1 second, and then yeah, let's try to watch this other video. With me pausing and everything, I don't think I can fit this in. So maybe I'll just watch a little bit or something else. Yeah. Okay. If anything, I think we probably skipped the YDU video today. We can watch it. What do I have to do tomorrow? Ooh, tomorrow I have some exciting stuff, but it starts at 5. So maybe tomorrow morning, if I get home. There's no way to escape throws. Like in MVS? I think it's a cool thing. But I do think some throws are like really good. But I think that's okay. It looks like it's like a it's supposed to be good type of thing. You don't need to break it. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's actually really easy to escape. Oh my. I think I need Tums. It's killing me. IG can bolt out of every grab. He can bolt out of everything. I think IG is a great example of what I meant, where it doesn't feel fulfilling to hit certain things, but it's so fulfilling to like, or it doesn't feel fulfilling to hit certain things, but then you get blasted by something and you're like, that sucks. One thing I do like about this game is I'm not playing on a GameCube controller, so escaping grabs actually feels really easy. Because it's the same exact thing as getting out of DK and Ultimate. What do you mash? You just spin your control stick. Each of the things counts as an input. I'm sure I could hit like some buttons too. Like, realistically, I just do this. And I feel like at least on current patch, because Jake is really the only grab problem character. They spam circle. I think it used to be dodges. Yeah, so if I mash circle here, which is one of my dodge buttons, it works out. Then if I mash the other dodge, it could, but I'm not good at mashing triggers. If I mash the trigger and circle, it looks like it's not really working out. But if I rotate the stick, usually it's fine. Stick and dodge looks like it's about the same, but yeah. Same for IG's green bubble. Yes. I can't show it, but yes. You didn't know? It's really long, and I think the like timer is a little different than what you might expect, but it's definitely there.
I am a man out of time.
Okay, where are people at now? I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Buzz, thank you. 10K. $4K for top 100. No, let me go there. 4K is so high. You know, it takes time to load. You mean like find a game? I love that.
Show 'em what you got.
Oh, the leaderboard? Oh, true. Uh-oh. That was a dodge?
You, right?
And now,
Oops. Thanks. I was about to say, I don't think I've ever been hit by that. No! No! I need it to go down.
now is not the time for rest.
I think Jack can't turn his grab around anymore, right?
One for blue.
Try and do that again.
No! I went down.
Center, center. I told you we got this.
Didn't they remove the armor? Did they?
You fall like leaves from
I think they should add the ability to cancel Stripe's gunshots. I think Stripe in his current form is fine.
Let's go, boys.
What's up, Slayer?
Did I miss some real talk on how to improve it?
I watched the video from Multiverses University about what they think should be changed, and I kind of gave my opinion on it.
Ready? Because I am.
You're the Steven? Ooh, it's too lit.
I won't let you down.
That's a lot of damage.
Here we go. I'm a conduit.
Nice.
My team is counting on you.
As Jack, I feel like I'm such a degenerate sometimes, and then the other half, I feel like I'm a genius.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
Works. Oh, never mind. I didn't keep it. That's okay. Yeah, you can't go all the way over. Ah!
Who needs healing? You, right?
What? Damn, that's so strong.
I told you we got this. I would gladly do combat with you again in the future.
Nice. That's problem. Nah, man. Jack puts his hand all the way out there.
Show 'em what we got.
Ugh.
Got some batarangs polished just for the occasion.
Jesus Christ. That is very tragic. Very sad point for it to start lagging. Really? I was still in hit stun. Wow.
That was dark. Too dark.
On target.
No. If only I had an armor. It's okay. What? Nice.
One for blue.
One more time.
Take that.
That hit me from there? Samurai Jack. Damn, and it keeps comboing. I thought I'd at least get hit out.
No worse than Aku's work.
Oops. Not the button that I pressed! Really?
I am a conduit.
Nice.
W I N. I told you we got this.
I'm taking.
After all that excitement,
More soundtracks? I think more soundtracks would be good. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Tooniverse should have been the default. I can see that. I can see that. The Tooniverse skins are nice. Jack and Twos, when I fight against him, he's annoying. When I play him, he sucks. And yeah, he sucks. It's not me. Damn, just like that? I couldn't even dodge.
focus now. I am gone.
Jack? Nice.
Big boy for red.
You have not beaten me.
Oh, my dash jab didn't go through. Jack! Hit a move! Thank you. How do I win?
I've still got work to do.
Oh, I'm dead.
Take it off. We only getting started. Yeah. One for blue. Let's go.
Nothing personal.
Show 'em what we got.
Oof. Whatever their calc, I don't know.
Of course I'm prepared. I'm Batman.
Jesus, man. Patarang is on that short of a cooldown. Wow.
My sword is ready.
Can't rest.
Tough. Not the move that I wanted. Not the move that I wanted. What? Jack.
I can never give up.
That's tough.
One for blue.
No, where's my button? Unlucky. Nah.
Take it off. We only getting started.
On Forge. GG's, GG's. And me getting dash attack there was criminal. He caught like my toe. Poor Jack. Oh. Don't. Oh no.
Show 'em what we got.
You don't need it? Bro, I would love for MVS players to play chess. For like
Don't mess with me,
a week.
man.
This matchup feels bad for Jack? Just to understand how ELO systems work. Oh, all those whiffed. But it was the same thing. It's like the same thing in every game. You're like, yo, bro, I'm winning. Why aren't I getting RP? I explode. The thing is, like, the Deadlock, the Track Lock website, for example, has the exact same RP system that people would expect. So the guy in first just has a bajillion games. Oops. Nice. No, I'm so dead.
Big point for red.
Not give up until I get home.
Check it out. We only getting started.
Jack, no.
I feel
Show 'em what we got.
Jack, no. It's the downside to Shaggy? I don't know. Shaggy's kind of the GOAT. Got a good hurt box, has good landing options, has a good down air. He's the GOAT. Yeah.
my sword is ready.
I low-key wish they actually balanced every character with Shaggy as the base. But it doesn't feel that way.
Can't stop me, Daddy.
Good fast down air. Good jab. Random comeback mechanic. Oh, I don't have a jump.
Blue.
I'm like still here.
Big point for red.
The foot just was not stronger than the fist.
Too dark. And now.
W-I-N. I told you we got this. Let's go.
Might I propose some tea to celebrate?
Show 'em what we got.
Okay.
Man, even I don't understand.
Need us too much? Knee is the god button. Oops.
And now.
Oh my god! What timing? Oh, it didn't hit. Please. Thank you. Nice.
Mistake again.
Did I have attack move lockout there? I do!
Big point for red.
Can never give up.
Just for you.
He's alive. He's alive. Hold.
One for blue.
I told you that you win this one.
No.
Shake it off. We only getting started.
What do I do?
Breathe.
Like I think it's
What do I
time for a
do?
McFlurry sandwich.
You're nervous? Me too. But yeah, like, dude, Shaggy, he has a good side air. He has a good down air to land with. He has good landing tools. He has a slender hurt box. He's fast. I feel like all of his moves just feel good. It's not like, for example, when I play Morty, I don't know how Morty is now. Morty got some changes, right? But even like this move, an example, in comparison to like Shaggy's. Okay, wait. Does this just work now? Side special? No, like this move, for example, this move just doesn't feel good. I think it got changed. But at least for a while, it just didn't feel good. This move also, low-key, it doesn't feel good, just like naturally. Is there one whiff? This is still like the God button. Not every character has every move feel good. But not only does Shaggy have every move feel good, they're hella strong.
Here comes the heat.
So it's like a big dubs all around. Oh, where am I at? Oh, I see what happens. The Void Yi? No, I don't think Shaggy's cool. I don't want to play him. Whoa. Whoa.
Show 'em what we got.
Oh, I hope this match is televised.
That's okay.
Later, Bob.
Oh! I feel like he mixed up his DI during that. And he still died. A little tragic. That's okay. Save me, Rocket.
You'll get a kick out of this one.
Jesus, I cannot believe that kick hit me. I didn't press a button either.
We have ourselves
Wee.
a rabbit later.
Oh, you just went for it. Why is that hitting me? Yeah. Nice.
Aim for the fences.
Oh, it's not a techable surface. Tragedy. Whee. Okay. Nice.
One for
Time to use a little strategy.
Did he just extend that with a dodge? Nice. Did he just extend the down B with a dodge? You can do that?
Gee, ain't
Show 'em what we got.
Today I learned.
Oh, I hope this match is televised.
You got +5 for winning? Oh, not like that. Ow. Yeah, you can. Nice. I'll just do that. Oh, nice. Whee.
Your pie, Monsieur.
I'm down. I'm not the one waiting for cooldowns, buddy. I mean, I am the one waiting for cooldowns, so... Personally, don't have an issue here.
You'll get a kick out of this one.
Oh. Not the button that I wanted, but it works out.
Damn you fighting voids. Swing, bada bada.
Oops.
You'll get a kick out of this one.
No! My hit confirms are so bad. That's okay. Ooh.
Pie coming at you. Yeah, route. Ain't that?
Ow.
I'm fine. Happens all the time. Ain't that a kick in the head? Take this. Swing, bada
Nice.
W-I-N. I told you we got this.
Oh, this stage sucks.
Show 'em what we got.
You hit carry with 3 parries in a row, comboed him in a box trap, and then killed him.
You're
Nice.
about to have a bad hair day.
Whee.
Ain't that a kick in the head? I'll just leave this here. Alley-oop. You'll regret.
Oh, unlucky. Wow. That should be okay. Damn, that hits up? That was the direction? What did I learn?
Them's fighting words.
One for blue.
Of course you realize this means war. You'll get a kick out of this one.
Oops. Oh, nice. I couldn't tell where you were at all. Nice. Nice.
Not in. I told you we got this.
My bug M2? My bug is M2. Billy Jones sent a custom game invite. My boy Billy Jones. Excuse me. I didn't play any of that. Wow. How many characters? I don't know. Like 4? Not a whole lot. Astronaut Rain Dog. Astronaut Rain Dog looks really good. I only have 2. Oh, do I only have 2? Did I only get bugs in Samurai Jack? Whoa. Yeah, I guess I did, huh?
Show 'em what we got.
Did we plan? Initially, but I'm just not gonna watch an hour and a half. Oh, not this character, bro.
All aboard.
Oops.
That's you.
I can't believe I don't win there. Whoa. But I beat that? That's strange. Unlucky.
Time to use a little strategy.
One for blue.
Why for you bury me in the cold, cold ground?
Low key, almost exploded.
I told you we got this. Okay.
Piece of cake.
Oof.
Show 'em what we got.
Cavalry projectiles. Yeah, projectiles are very limited. Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I think Bugs is very
Pull
fun.
out a big mallet.
Whee.
Arrivederci. Soup's on. I'll take a whack at it.
Jesus, man. I'm surprised I just cannot, like, trade at least.
One pie coming.
Or like if I have to... I don't know where to aim my thing if I have to trade.
Swing, bada bada.
Uh-oh, I'm dead.
Good soup.
Everything on it.
One for blue.
Good soup.
I can't out trade it. Nice.
Important to red.
Time to use a little strategy.
Jesus. Yeah, that move beats NATO.
W-I-N.
Oh.
I told you we got this.
What's up, Wazzy?
Looks like somebody is a sore loser.
There's no guess? No, there is a guess though. Because you can end NATO early, correct? Thinking I have a decent player. I think so. I got faith. No, you can't? At all? You're stuck in the full NATO no matter what? Depends on whether it's on cooldown. I see, I see.
Show 'em what we got.
Say, Doc, did you see a carrot around here?
When I am finished, they shall rename this game Mojo vs.
I cannot believe that hit me. What?
You'll get a kick out of this one.
Mars! Thank you for the raid. Mars viewers, are you guys happy to see me not playing Deadlock, or do you already miss it? Let's see. Oh, this is huge. Oh.
All right, now you just made me stinking mad, Doc.
That is very tragic.
One for blue.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
Ow. I dodged! Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I told you we got this.
How many times do I gotta kill this man?
What a performance!
You got up storms.
Show 'em what we got.
And shall we dance?
What? Wait, he has rage mode already? Don't tell me that's still in the game. He still has his down tilt in rage mode?
We have ourselves a rabbit hater.
Uh-oh. Uh oh. Ooh, call me DIN. Said there's a lockout. I've played characters with lockouts. It don't look like that. I'll tell you that. Whee. Ooh, nice.
Check it out. We only getting started.
I'm surprised he's getting rage so fast. Am I doing something wrong? Because I don't like the first stock. I don't feel like he should have had rage. I don't feel like he did anything to get rage.
Show him what we got.
Does he need it? No, I'm very curious. Because usually when I fight giants, rage doesn't happen that quickly. Oops. That's fine.
My lucky rabbit's foot.
Oops.
Swing, bada bada. Aim for the fences. No. Pilot to bombardier.
Oops. Did he? First again?
Happens all the time.
Well, that's tragic. What? Wow.
One for blue.
Whee. Pie, save me! No!
Point for red.
Pie.
Of course you realize this means war.
Unlucky. Well, this sucks. Yeah, I'll be honest, I did not want to play the rest of that game. Because it's like, he uses burst, he goes into rage mode, has burst the entire time, and then he gets burst back afterwards. So it's like, the chances of me winning there is probably negative. No point. Getting rage from destroying the safe? Is that what it is? I see. I see. Yeah, because I'm like, he shouldn't be getting that much rage meter that quickly. Okay, okay.
Show him what we got.
So from hitting Mojo, I assume it's just like hitting things is just, what the heck? Not you, Siri. Hitting things is hitting things. What up, Cisco? Do 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 do.
to have a bad hair day.
Low-key though, I'd still rather fight Giant than play this matchup. Steven Bugs is so miserable.
Aim for the fences.
You know what's crazy? I still have not killed this watermelon, Steven, and I'm actively trying to.
Swing, bada-bada.
Get away from me, watermelon, Steven! Jesus Christ. Let me use my cooldowns. There we go. It's a little tragic.
Look out below.
I'm so glad that move is so much weaker.
Got this.
Nice. I think I did it here.
That's gonna
Could
hold
be
you
wrong.
morning. Aim for the fences. You'll get a kick out of this one. Ain't that a kick in the head? I'll just leave this here. Take this.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
You're under my protection.
One for blue.
You don't let everyone down.
Watermelon Steven, get away! What cooldown am I missing?
Got a kick in the head.
Not exactly what I wanted. Oh, I'm dead. I'm alive. Uh-oh. No way.
Swing, bada-bada.
Ah. Yeah.
W-I-N. I told you we got this.
Piece of cake. Another.
Show them what we got.
Steven's worst matchup is Joker. Good.
When in doubt, pull out a big mallet.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
Hate this watermelon, man.
You need to be careful. Oh! Just gotta get back up.
What? That was a dodge? Are you kidding me?
My lucky rabbit's foot.
One for blue.
Can't let everyone down.
That's tough.
W-I-N. I told you we got this.
What's that? Encore, you say? Happy to oblige.
Oof. Do I have? I wish I did.
It's great working with Blumhouse.
All right, guys, you want to know what's pretty crazy? The Speak No Evil featurette. Now, if y'all don't know, Speak No Evil is a psychological suspense thriller. Oh my god, where did he come up with that? About a dream family holiday that warps into a snarled nightmare. Film that makes you question how well do you really know your friends. How well do you know your friends, chat? Do you guys really know them? Do you really, though? Now, we're going to watch this little featurette. We're going to see what it's about. It has James McAvoy in a riveting performance as a charismatic alpha male masking an unspeakable darkness. Oh my god. Oh my god, what could that be about?
It's great working with Blumhouse again. They just know how to create a really good horror film. You have to come and visit.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Speak No Evil is terrifying. I play Patrick Feld. He's apparently a doctor.
Thank God there's a doctor in the house.
I'm not a doctor.
But didn't you say you were a doctor?
Did I? But really, he's much more about family life and country life. But there's a darkness underneath that.
There's a darkness. Oh no.
What's wrong with you?
The minute he gets toxic,
Movie, I think this movie looks good.
With something to justify it. We're just sad to see you go. He's all about enjoyment. He's playing games.
You got a nail. That's bad luck.
And he's absolutely having fun doing it.
Why are you doing this?
Because you let us.
What?
You're terrible. Terrible.
You do not know the half of it.
Speak no evil.
Alright, this seems lit. The trailer, I don't think it shows everything. I feel there's a lot more, such as Blumhouse, the producer of The Black Phone, Get Out, and The Invisible Man, acclaimed writer James Watkins from Eden Lake and The Woman in Black, right? There's an exceptional cast, including Mackenzie Davis, Scoot McNairy, Aisling Franciosi, Alex West Leffler, and Dan Hugh, okay? So the film apparently explores the cultural ideals of privilege and masculinity. Oh man, on both the power and peril of removing the shackles of society and the pressure of societal norms. We may fantasize about being free of society's rules, but we might want to be careful what we wish for. That's true, that's true. You never really know. Never really know what's going to be, what type of people would be, you know? Again, how well do you know your friends? How well do you know, chat? It's a film that starts almost as a twisted comedy. It's kind of how it looked like. And then the tone just shifts. The tone just shifts. Escalating sense of dread snarls into something else completely differently. And of course, I think it is... I feel like I heard the name before. It's an intense, riveting, grown-up thriller adapted from the 2022 Danish film Geistern, anchored by a must-see performance by James McAvoy. Again, he's probably one of my favorite actors, so I'll probably give this a watch. I've been looking for something to watch in theaters lately. So this will be it. This will be it. But alright, W Bounty. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna call it because I have to start getting ready. I have to leave in like 15 to 30 to 45 minutes. In Split, yes. So I think I saw Glass first. I think I saw Glass first. Oh, I guess I don't have to. No, I should. Which I thought was really funny, and then I went back and I watched Split. I think I saw Unbreakable, or at least a little bit. But yeah, seeing Glass first definitely made it really, really funny. But yeah, I have to leave in 30 minutes, about. So I'm going to start getting ready for that. Appreciate you guys watching the stream. I think it was a good MVS talk. Always glad to share my opinions regarding the game. Yeah, let's see who can we spread the love with. Adios, sayonara. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat, but I need to eat. I haven't really eaten today. I have, but nothing like big. I need something to hold me over because I think I wanted to Uber to the dinner, but I think I'm gonna drive. But I'm so tired today. I'm actually so tired today. Thanks for the stream, of course. Of course. Void punch. Oh, easy raid. The GOAT Tamino Kuro. That GM? No, GM is just top 100. GM is just top 100. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I should be streaming for most of the day. I will not be streaming in the evening as I have something that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be streaming in probably more so the morning, and then it'll be back to deadlock o'clock. So see you guys then. Sounds good. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I know I will.